Kinane in the corner. Her third from outside. Zone. Shot, it's good! Espinal pulls up, knocks it down! It's senior night at Driscoll as the Diamond Bengals co-op team welcomes the Upper Cape Cod Tech Rams to Fall River. Hello again, everybody. I'm Evan Massoud. Welcome inside the arena. Zamboni's gone to work on the ice. It's just about time to drop the puck. We're excited for this one. We covered this matchup a year ago. The Cape Cod teams are always tough to face. Diamond coming in winners of their last 3 and 6 of their last 7. During that time, a lot of goals scored. They've scored a minimum of 6 goals a game during that stretch. That's a lot of offense. That includes 10 goals in their 10-7 win last time out against Tri-County. Upper Cape coming in, having lost 3 in a row. They're 3-9 on the season. It's been a tough go of it for the Rams here in 2023-2024. You see here, we're in a busy little causeway here because it is senior night and the parents are working their tails off to get the party room ready, to get the ice ready, tons of balloons, jerseys. It's an active scene, and I'll tell you, Driscoll looks great, so kudos to them as well. Hard-working group of parents here today. We'll have all the action for you next. The puck drops right after the break, and we'll have the senior ceremony during first intermission, so stay tuned for that as well. Live coverage continues next on Fred TV.
I'm Alan McNamara, CEO of Main Street Projects.
And I'm Kristen Cantara Oliveira, Vice Chair of the Community Preservation Committee.
The Bradford Durfee Textile College was a prominent training center for over a century.
A critical resource that prepared thousands of young people and immigrants to gain employment.
In 1899, the state invested approximately $75,000 to construct the Bradford Durfee Textile College, named after one of the city's leading industrialists.
As technology evolved, so did the curriculum, to include classes such as mechanical engineering.
But after years of accumulating wealth, northern mill owners could not compete with mills in the south.
Alan Macumber and members of the Community Preservation Committee envisioned a transformative project to stave off demolition.
The Durfee Textile College is now a vital cornerstone of downtown revitalization. Each of the 55 law-style apartments are uniquely designed with a comfortable blend of errors.
11 of those 55 units meet affordable housing regulations set by the CPC Community Housing Fund.
Members of the Historical Commission advocated for renovation over replacement. The 100,000 square foot building contains original flooring, brick walls, staircases, and doors. New construction replicates craftsmanship of 130 years earlier.
CPA funds have supported thousands of significant projects in Massachusetts. Thank you for your continued interest in community beautification and betterment.
We welcome you back inside Driscoll Arena here, just about ready for puck drop. About 15 minutes late because of the pregame ceremonies. We honored the 11 seniors between Durfee and Diamond during pregame. And now that those festivities are done, we have some hockey here on Fred TV. Evan Massoud with you from high atop the ice here at the we'll call it the broadcast perch, and ready for what I think will be a favorable matchup for the Bengals. This game last year we covered, and Diman won it pretty convincingly. These two teams squared off earlier this month on January the 10th, and Diman won that one 8-5. That's part of this run of 6 wins in 7 games that I referenced in the opening, as we are underway here. And I think the key for Diman, if they can score early here in this game, put some pressure on the Rams, should make for an even more difficult challenge for the Rams. Nice save there by the Rams starting goalie, Charlie Carroll, in net. Number 35, a sophomore for Coach Joe McGuire of Upper Cape. Off the faceoff goes around the net, centering pass back in front. Rams clear it out of the zone. Great pass, a chance on the break. Juicy rebound. Souza able to block the initial shot, and the Bengals clear it away. What a great chance there for the Rams early in the game as Martins takes it down into the corner and gets crunched up against the boards. Hard to believe that here we are. I've been talking about it throughout the year, that end of January, and this is our last regular season hockey game. That the way the schedule shaped up, to not have any games in February here at Driscoll is pretty remarkable. I can't remember the last time that happened. But nonetheless, that's the situation. So nice that it is a Saturday for senior night too. Great crowd. The glass is packed all the way around the ice. A lot of fans in the stands. You know, the Cape teams, they tend to travel pretty well, especially on a weekend. They always have good fan bases. We've been to Gallo before, so we know, you know, what it's like and how hockey is down on Cape Cod. So not surprised to see a big crowd here, but of course, too, you know, you have Durfee, puck is high. Oh, my goodness. It bounced backwards behind Souza and skirted right across the goal line and then out of the crease. I was about to say, though, you know, when you have 2 big schools represented, of course, Westport is part of this co-op on a smaller scale, obviously, but, you know, it's Durfee Diman here, and you have the 2 biggest schools really in the city represented with this co-op, so no icing. You know the Rams looking for some revenge. Especially after losing on home ice a couple weeks ago to this very team. And I mentioned also in the open, Diman putting up a lot of crooked numbers for goal scoring. It goes back to the South Shore game, the Vikings. We covered their first game in January after the holidays. Shot taken point blank down in front. Carroll trying to save it. He does. Now a pass in front again. Deflected and sent to the boards on the left side. But going back to that South Shore game, Diman won that 7-3. Their next matchup versus Tri-County, 9-4 victory. Then against these Rams on the road, 8-5, and it's good! They set it up beautifully! And Diman will score first on senior night. Brady Sullivan at 2 minutes, 57 seconds, and the Bengals lead it. was just about to say. So continuing down, though, 8-5. Here's number 2. How about that? 10 seconds later. Right off the face-off, Jacoby Brouillard. Two nothing. 2 goals for Diman in 10 seconds. How many times have we said it this season? This team can score in bunches, in quick spurts of offense. It's really unbelievable. Seems like every game we're here, we see something like this. You don't just get one and then settle for it and then go on defense. Nope, they're able to eke out a couple in a row and really deflate your opponent's confidence. Amazing. So Diman, their one loss in this stretch of games came against Southeastern. It was a 6-5 loss. They'll have Southeastern next. The rematch, that'll be on the road. And that 6-5 loss, by the way, we were here for as well. That was an incredible game. Reminded me a lot of last year. The way Southeastern won it, similar to how Diman won it last year. An amazingly good game, crazy game. Diman now had been on the road since then, and they took all 3 of their road games coming into today. 6-2 at Blue Hills, 9-3 against South Shore, the rematch there, and 10-7 the rematch against Tri-County out in the Franklin area. So happy to be home, that's for sure, but got to be happy with the road performances as well. So again, going down that stretch in those wins, Diman scoring a minimum of 6 goals. The only game they didn't score 6 was the loss, 6-5. And they played from behind a couple times in that game. In front, point blank, deflected off of Carroll's glove, it appeared. So it's quite a run that the Bengals have been on here since the calendar turned to 2024. That's a great pass, but a little off to the side, a little off the mark. That was intended for Zephan Johnson. Coach McGuire of the Rams has a couple freshman starters up in the first lines for him. They've really made an impact, and he's excited for that because obviously, you know, as seniors depart, you need foundational players to build on as your upperclassmen leave. And this is one of those situations. Dom DeVecchio and Braden Brennan both playing first and second line and having an impact on this Rams offense. So that's really great to hear. That's number 5 and number 22, respectively, for Upper Cape. Number 3 for the Bengals. They did it again. 3 goals in less than 5 minutes to start this game. How about it? This one coming at 4 minutes, 52 seconds. And it's Matthew Almeida. So number 12, number 13, and number 14 for the Bengals have scored. That's another thing, we've said it throughout the year. It's amazing Diman's contributions, too. They are scoring at will. What a save from Carroll there. But they're scoring at will, and they're scoring with everybody in the lineup. It's not just a one-sided thing. We haven't seen any hat tricks or anything like that. We're seeing games where literally every goal is scored by somebody different on this team, and that's showing some serious offensive depth. And with young goalies, when you can spot them leads like this, you know, it makes some of the young mistakes, as we say, a little more forgiving. And for a team that wants to put together a playoff run, you know, last year they drew Dartmouth. They split the season series with Dartmouth last year and then lost in the tournament in that first round, the prelims. I know that was an extremely disappointing loss for the Bengals because knowing that they had gone toe-to-toe with Dartmouth, who's year in and year out, a very, very tough program. At 10 wins already, the Bengals certainly looking to improve their seeding and hoping to, at the very least, get a home game in the tournament here. They have, after tonight on the schedule, they have 4 more games. No, 4 more games, all on the road. And one of them being against Bridgewater A&M, which I really, really like that. And the other one being against Stoughton. Stoughton co-opted with Brockton when Brockton basically lost their team. Same situation here, obviously, right? You had 2 schools coming together. A lot of co-ops in hockey these days. But I'm really excited about the Bridgewater A&M game because they're a higher division, obviously, more in the Durfee realm of things in terms of conference and whatnot. And I just feel like playing a higher division team late in the year when you've already clinched your playoff berth, if it's not a good game for you, at the very least, I think you learn something from those games. I've said it time and again, especially now with the power rankings, your strength of schedule is a big deal. And, if maybe a couple losses against a higher division team that having them on your schedule improves that strength of schedule. I don't think it hurts you so much. If you end up, let's just say hypothetically, if you end up 16-4 on a season, but you play lower teams, and you trade that for 13-3, or 13-7. If you trade it for that, but you got a much tougher schedule, I think in a way it makes you a better team, just because you're playing upper level teams. The lower divisional schools always have an advantage over D1, in my opinion. Because think about it, they can play up, try to get to a better level. D1, all you can do is go down from where you're at. You don't have a higher level to go. There's different strengths of D1, don't get me wrong. Different areas in the state that, D1 is certainly not D1 in other areas in terms of toughness and powerhouse schools. But, I remember going back to, this is obviously quite a few years now, when, Bishop Conley won the state tournament for boys basketball. That's 11 years ago this March. They played up those seasons. They had exclusion games, and they picked those 2 that wouldn't affect the seeding. They played Dartmouth or they played Durfee. Why? Well, at the time, D4 basketball going up against D2 or D1. Jeff Caron was coaching Dartmouth boys. They were very tough. Durfee was pretty strong at the time. Definitely a higher level than Mayflower League play. So what does it do for you? Well, it helps you get to a higher level of play. Oh, we got some feistiness. We'll get close there. Thought I saw one of the players actually kind of swing the stick in a way. Didn't seem intentional. The Rams are going to lose a player here. It looks like the Bengals here are going to get themselves a power play. See the official talking to Coach O'Connor and Coach Robinson, giving them the call. Are they going to send some Bengals to the penalty box as well? Let's see. Rams still have full strength. They have their 5 on the ice, despite 1 in the box. Diman with 5 on the ice. It may not be a minor penalty. You know, in high school, a little different sometimes when it's a longer penalty, not a 2-minute minor penalty. They don't always put it up on the board. They don't always make it a power play situation, which, quite frankly, I don't understand that one bit, because if you're losing a player because of a penalty, then you should be losing a player, period. It shouldn't be full strength on the ice. But nonetheless, that's what it is. That's the rules. Doesn't mean I agree with them, but that's the rules. Glove hand save. Oh, no, sorry, right through the glove. I thought Souza had it. So that stoppage came at about the 6.5. Was about 6.5 minutes to play, so the 8.5-minute mark. We'll see in 2 minutes if the Rams player that went to the box ends up coming out, so or back on the ice, or if he's going to stay in there for a prolonged period of time. Rams win the face-off, send it around the boards, right to left. And the Bengals there to corral it, and up the ice they go. Crossing pass, that's a sweet pass. In front, shot taken. Does it go? Yes, it did. Backhand off the rebound, and I don't think Carroll ever saw it. Got Gavin Peters as the goal scorer on that one. At 9:04 here in the first. And it's 4-0 Bengals. And the 4th goal scorer of the game. We went through Diamond's schedule. The Rams on the other side, losers of their last 6 of 7. This is a total opposite, really, from Diamond. They lost a couple close ones. Their last one against Southeastern, an 8-3 loss, so they gave up quite a few goals in that one. Their lone win was against Minutemen Regional, and played out in Chelmsford. They won that 6-5. Ironically, Diamond's only loss in this stretch was a 6-5 loss, and it came on that 4th game out of 7. It's really, really strange when you see these schedules how it's just a complete 180 over the last 7 games. As I mentioned, we'll have the senior night ceremony for you. It is actually ready to rock and roll. We were not live for it, obviously, with one camera. Delayed penalty coming. Souza to the bench. Diamond with a 6th man on the ice. And as soon as the Rams touch it, Diamond's going to be going on the power play. But the senior night ceremony will be aired right after this first period. So we'll have that queued up and ready for you. About an 8-minute ceremony here down at ice level. As I was saying, being one camera here, we can't be live down there as well. So we pre-taped it for you, got it edited, and we're ready to rock on that. So that'll be first intermission here in about 4 minutes. Bouncing puck will come out of the zone as the Rams take it forward into traffic. Did get a shot off. Souza will have to make the save. That was Zephin Johnson weaving his way through 3 defenders for Diamond. Pass across. Martins grabs it, slows up, crossing to the point. That one fading to the right, kind of a hooking shot. In front, and it goes. Bengals will celebrate their 5th goal in this first period. It's a power play goal for Diamond. And the captain with the goal scorer, Diamond's 5th scorer. It's number 20, Jared Martins. This one at 10:52. Unreal. 5-0 Bengals in the opening period. And I'll drive the point home again. 5th different goal scorer for Diamond. That's some offensive depth right there. That's amazing. And it's really been like that pretty much every game we've covered this season. They are getting contributions from everybody. Souza, from less than 10 feet away, takes the point-blank shot from Braden Brennan, one of the freshmen I talked about for the Rams, number 22. Penalty box is empty. It's been 3 minutes. In front, does Carroll get there? Yes, he does. He blocked the post. But to reference, I'm not sure why that penalty was not put on the board. The first one, not the power play we just had. And why it stayed full strength if the Rams player only served 2 minutes. So Evan Kamara dumped it off. Beautiful pass. Big hit on a penalty coming. That looked like a pretty clean hit to me, honestly. I mean, came in and put a check. Power play for the Rams with 2:49 to play in the first. So the Bengals down a player for the first time tonight. Try to kill off the penalty. Oh, and a timeout called by the Rams. So a timeout here with 2:49. We've seen some really great action here over the last 2 seasons since this co-op started. Really bringing hockey back here at Driscoll and really putting it back on the map. I mean, Diamond had some good years, when I started out here. Brett Jardin, when Case was part of the co-op, and Jay Sylvia. They were impact players for the Bengals, and we saw some really good teams and some crazy games, some good playoff runs. I mentioned Gallo Arena out in Bourne. We went out there because Diamond got so deep in the bracket. They made it to the South semis when we had the sectionals, so and that bracket was big. This wasn't, like a 16-team bracket. It was a significant bracket. So, we saw some good stuff. Durfee had struggled during that time, a couple winless seasons, but, kept plugging along, kept working hard. It wasn't a matter of disinterest, that's for sure. And talking with the coaches and the players during that stretch of time, things just didn't go their way. Schedule was much heavier, being D1, Durfee. But since this co-op, you're getting the best from both schools, and it's really been a great thing. The hope here is no icing. I think that was deflected. The hand went out. The question is when these goal scorers graduate, it seems like there's enough depth on this team when you consider how many guys score in a game. Different guys, but different players. But can the offense be sustained once you lose some of these key guys. These key players are really, making an impact. And talking with Coach O'Connor pre-game, obviously with a young goaltending crew here, having this much offensive production makes it a little easier, and that's why I was saying it makes some of the freshman mistakes, if you will, the young mistakes of players with less experience, it makes it a little more forgiving because you're able to really not make it matter. Put up 5 goals in the first 15 minutes. Hey, how about 6? A shorthanded goal for the Bengals. 6-0 on senior night. Unreal. Ryan Sanford, the 6th Bengal to find the back of the net. .13:28 the time of that goal. And this one has gotten out of hand. And we're only in the first period. Wow. It's amazing. Final minute of this interminably long first period. We've had a lot of stoppages, a couple penalties, 6 goals, timeout. Clock stops here at 36.6. Rams with too many men on the ice here. Zephan Johnson making his way back to the bench, now 5-on-5 again. Final 30. Souza will smother it. We'll have one more stoppage here. You think about before Diman scored their first goal in those first 2 minutes of the game, the Rams had 2 near goals. One came on a break right up the seam. And then one was a puck that went high and bounced over Souza. He lost it, and it almost went into the net on the bounce. Could have been a very, very different first period. 10 seconds. Shot taken. It was wide. First period has come to a close. The Bengals hang 6. Unbelievable. What a start for Diman tonight. Goal scorers, but Brady Sullivan, Jacoby Brouillard, Matthew Almeida, Gavin Peters, Jared Martins, and Ryan Sanford. 6 different guys, 6 goals in 15 minutes. Step aside here for the first intermission, the senior night ceremony that we talked about. So stay tuned while we get that queued up, and we'll be back with more live hockey right after that.
Get to the bench. Here, take that. Jack.
No, they're doing the ceremony, warm-up, national anthem.
Isn't that cloudy? All right, my eyes. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need a picture from here because this feels like it's cloudy. I'll get it. No, it's just she's showing in the right spot. I'll just get right in front of you. No, I will get it.
Before that, we'd like to spend a moment and congratulate our senior players. Starting off, one of our captains from Diamond, number 22, Jacob Almeida.
Oh, there he is. Got it.
All right, let's go, because it's
All
going
right,
to take all night.
Matthew.
Come on, quickly, because it's going to take all night.
Please.
Next up, also one of our captains,
Thank you. Yeah, you.
number 11, also from Diamond, give it up for Bryce. Next up, number 9, from Derby, give it up to Evan.
This way, guys.
Next up, another captain, number 13, from Derby.
Come on, Sarah. Okay. Here, come on in.
Come on, Sullivan. Get in. I'll get in with you. Okay. Suze, get in here. Get in, Suze. Sue.
Get in there or I'll get it.
Yes,
Our
we're the
final
Sullivans.
captain, from Derby, number 20, Jared Martin.
I'm doing it different. There's so many people that way, so.
For you, I'll do it.
Either way.
Ooh, it was our kid.
Not taking a picture of this.
Come on, guys.
Thank you.
Next up, number 25, from Diamond, Ariel Pimento.
Thank you. It's okay, Mom. Good.
Next up, number 27, also from Diamond, Aiden Harris. Next up, number 24, from Derby, Ethan Horseman. Next up, number 5, also from Derby. Give it up for Grayson Gutierrez. And last, but certainly not least, give it up for number 29, from Derby. All right, give it up one more time for your seniors.
Fall River Public Schools has opportunities for positions in multiple areas for people looking to work with the next generation. Come grow with our team. We have openings for teachers, paraprofessionals, and teaching assistants, and other educational support positions available. We are also looking to fill operations support positions such as custodial, security, and food service. We offer competitive salary and benefit plans. We have rewarding work available in our 21st century schools and learning environments. Come grow with us. Please contact the Human Resources Department at 508-675-8420, extension 53708, or see our postings on our website at fallriverschools.org.
Welcome back, everybody, to Driscoll Arena. Evan Massoud with you for Saturday hockey, senior night hockey here. We've celebrated the 11 players that'll be graduating and leaving the team after the season is over. Just saw the senior night ceremony that was pre-taped during pre-game. So again, a big congratulations to all of our senior class of 2024. So we did a little research here during the break, and according to the rule book, at least the rule book we could find based on the NFSH here, the Federation rules, after 6 goals in the first, we should be on a running clock now, with the exception of penalties, timeouts, and goals. So any stoppages otherwise for face-offs, the clock should be rolling. So we'll see. We will see. haven't been in this situation before. So this is, to have this many goals after one period is an extremely rare thing. You don't see this every day, folks. So second period underway here at the Driscoll Arena. Bengals right behind the net, right below us. Little bit of screening happening with the glass here because of all the posters and the jerseys for our seniors. Kept in and now sent back out to the neutral zone there as Nolan Sullivan got it out of the zone, forced the Bengals to retreat. That first period, though, again, quite long, over half an hour. We started it, we dropped the puck at 4:15, and we went into intermission just after 4:45. So that's a very long first period. Doesn't normally end up that way. You know, I asked Coach O'Connor when I spoke to him pregame, you guys got 10 wins, 1 tie, you have your points, you have your record for, to get you into the playoffs. I said, do you ease off the gas a bit? I mean, obviously, we say that with a grain of salt. Well, and a stoppage, and the clock has stopped. So I guess that rule book is inaccurate. Obviously, no team ever really takes its foot off the gas, right? You don't want to play down. But at the same time, my reason for asking was, with the record Diamond has, it's a good record. So I have a few more games to go. Do you play it a little more conservatively? I guess that was really what I was getting at, is, just to try to maybe save some players a little bit. Might be banged up, that sort of thing. Just to err on the side of caution. Like right now, you got a 6-goal lead. So I would be surprised if Diamond has all the starters out there, later in this period, especially if a couple more goals get scored and the game is out of hand. That's just, what I would assume. I mean, we see that in a lot of sports where, some of the third or fourth line players will get more ice time depending on the score. But Coach said, they're going to keep pushing. They want to keep the offense hot, and they want a few more wins. They want to get up to the 13-14 win category because they want a home game. Actually, he said, he says we want to avoid a prelim game altogether. I don't know if that's going to happen, but he's very hopeful. Look at that, through traffic, and it goes wide. Kane Aguiar made a bid for his first. Because again, last year, Diamond had a prelim and they were on the road. I mean, I would take a prelim game if they got to play here at home. But obviously, it'd be great to go right into the round of 32 and to be seeded. And that's the ultimate goal, as Souza makes the save on a bouncing puck. Down in the corner, the Bengals get it cleared out, and showing the speed and the stick handling there. Once again, that was Aguiar again leading the charge for Diamond. And another stoppage here for another shot on net saved by Souza. And full change here for both sides. Everybody coming off. Oh, taken away. Another nice move. That time it was Jacob Almeida. Point blank shot off the chest there of Carroll on the save. Beautiful feed and a chance. Oh, just wide to the right of the post. That was a beautiful feed from Medeiros. Bengals keep it in the zone. Back to the blue line now. It comes out. Diman back in. Around the back of the net. Juggling it. Self-pass. The puck could come up and it goes out of the zone. Good effort there. Offside. Another full change. That one kisses off the glass. Hit from behind, taken now by Ty Ribeiro. Up the ice for the Rams. Souza, what a save. Bengals gonna lose a player here. They're losing two? Wow. Double minor penalties against Diman. It's going to be a 5-on-3 for the Rams. Well, we haven't seen this in a long time either. Not simultaneously. We've seen periods of, pockets of 5-on-3, but not like this. That's crazy. Bengals already with a shorthanded goal tonight. How about another one? Owen Vernon. As the puck leaves the zone. Now fired back in. Hits off the skate there of Nolan Roach. Shot taken. Goes wide. In front, big hit there, put on by the Bengals, and it'll come all the way back this end and bounce off the board. 1 minute gone in the power play, the 5-on-3, I should say. 1 minute to go. Souza makes the save. Ribeiro was coming in on him. Took the shot really at the very last moment. All right, face off in the offensive zone for the Rams. Bengals win the face-off, and the puck gets cleared out back down here in front of us. Oh, almost kept in. What a great effort right there by Almeida to get the stick in there. Puck goes straight up in the air, comes down. Around the boards. 20 seconds left on the penalty kill. The double penalty kill goes back to the neutral zone. Now 10 seconds. Good pressure from behind by Freitas. Bengals with the puck. Gain the zone. Diman has just killed off a 5-on-3 simultaneous 2-minute minor penalties. And the Rams score anyway. Bengals players breaking, coming out of the penalty box as that goal being scored. Ribeiro, the goal scorer for the Rams, who get on the board here. Coming basically at the halfway mark of the second. 7 minutes, 36 seconds. And it's 6-1. Juicy rebound. It's a good save from Carroll. Good block. That's really what I should say. He didn't smother it or anything, but good play. Diman was able to get it back. They'll keep it in the zone here. Back around the boards. Gets away. Comes all the way around to the left side. Now dumped back behind to Almeida. Matthew Almeida, that is. And now the Rams will get it out of the zone. Down the ice, and Souza will bat it away and hand it off. Well, we got the drone in the air on Monday, the only day we had sun this week. What's the sun? What does it do again? Horrible week, weather-wise. I want one good snowstorm, just one. Give everybody one snow day, one good thumping of snow, then all the rain you want. Melt, do whatever, I don't care. But winter here in New England, we deserve one good snowstorm. I've always loved the snow, so I know there'll be people listening that are going to say this guy's nuts. Leave it alone. We like the weather. We like the way it is. No snow. That's fine. To each their own. But needless to say, Monday we had beautiful weather. So we got the drone in the air, and we had to get some shots of a couple locations around the city for some pieces we're working on. And one of the places we stopped was get some shots of the North Watuppa Pond. And while we were over the water, we turned the camera to Diman Regional and the construction site. Obviously, as you know, with the groundbreaking happening last fall, which we covered, we covered the ceremony. The athletic fields have been really not used going back to last school year, but now the real digging and excavation has truly begun. Oh, just missed. That was set up superbly. Wide left of the post. Another chance for Diman. They're taking shots at will here. Under 5 minutes to go in the second. So getting back to the construction, it was nice to see some shots from above. The fields really look like a quarry, honestly, because of the topography and the way the terrain is. Parking lot and ground level of the school, the current school. Then there's the big drop-off where the bleachers were, right, to get down to the field. And now they're digging down further on the Route 24 side of the field. So it looks like a quarry. It's actually pretty wild. So we got some aerials and whatnot showing you the progress. And just like we did at Durfee, we'll continue to monitor and share progress photos and video, because it's very cool to see it all shaping up and get that kind of documentation is what I wanted to say. as things progress throughout a project. It was really great to document all the Durfee stuff. When we got to walk through the new Durfee back in summer 2020, before we moved in, and going through the north end of the building when it was just a shell, and the auditorium, the only thing that was there was the cement foundation and the stadium style steps that were already put in place. It was really, really cool to go through the whole building during major construction and major building. So we're looking forward to covering Diman as well in terms of the build and all the construction. It's really very exciting. Bengals flirting around the goal here. Still in front. Another shot taken, another save. Finally kicked away. Great defense there. Braden Brennan and Liam Barton helping out Carroll right at the top of the crease. The Bengals had two guys down there as well who just constantly taking swats at the net. Centering pass poked away by Barton. Shot taken, another juicy rebound from off of Carroll. Dumped back in weakly. Oh, crossing in front again. That was Aiden Farias. I like the idea. There's nobody home to help him out. Brouillard was there, but not as timely as Farias needed him to be. He was getting there, but he wasn't quite in position yet. Final 2 minutes of period number 2, where we've seen just one goal. And it was the single goal coming out of the 5-on-3 by the Rams senior center, Ty Ribeiro. But that's it. After the 6-goal explosion by the Bengals in the first. Nothing here. They've had some chances for sure, but nothing at all. And we're seeing some different groupings of players as well as this period has gone on, and kind of what I was alluding to earlier in the period. So some different lines, some different guys getting some different playing time. Haven't seen much of the first line here over the last few minutes. Down the ice it goes. Souza will put a stick on it to prevent icing. 60 seconds to play in the second. Another power play coming for the Rams as Ryan Sanford will go to the box, and this penalty will envelop the intermission. Rams will get 46 seconds of it now, and then they'll have a 5-on-4 for a little over a minute when we come back for the third. Bengals with a power play goal tonight and a shorthanded goal tonight, and then 4 via full strength. Bengals gain the zone again and a chance at another. Broken up. Getting the stick in there was Brennan. Well, a far less eventful second period comes to a close here at Driscoll. The Rams get one back, but certainly not much drama here in period number 2. The Bengals continue to hold a multiple goal lead here, up by 5, 6-1 the score after 30 minutes of ice time here on senior night. Mentioned the drone footage here. We'll show you some shots right now before we head off to break here. So we're about 300 feet in the air here. So this is, you know, pretty high atop. We're looking northwest, now looking straight north. So right over the baseball field right now, or what was the baseball field. You see that road on the left of your screen. That's a new road that was built for the construction. Now we're getting over the softball fields. You see the James C. Ashley gym on your left. And now right in front of you is the football softball field, which now, again, you see all the dirt roads. They're digging the press box, the bleachers all gone. You have right here the jackhammer attachment there on the front loader. Now on the right of your screen, see they're digging down further. This is what I was saying. It's different levels of terrain. It's pretty wild, actually, to see it. So, you know, again, I know that certain areas, there's that new road as well leading so the dump trucks can get in and out. I know that there has been construction site crews on site and whatnot throughout the last year, and the fields were not used. That doesn't mean that all this digging was taking place at that time. I know there's some confusion about that, seeing some posts on social media and whatnot. But now the actual construction is fully underway, 100%. And that goes back to the groundbreaking in the fall. So exciting stuff over at Diman. We're happy to, you know, be documenting it, and, you know, pretty awesome to say that, you know, between Durfee and Diman, 2 new high schools here in the city. Pretty amazing stuff. And of course, technology will be in the forefront of everything, especially being a vocational technical high school. So, all right, we will step aside. They are working on the ice as we speak. The Zamboni's gone to work. We're going to run a few feature pieces for you, and we'll be back with the third period live right here on Fred TV. Back to Romero. Romero forges ahead. Touchdown, Hilltoppers.
Coming in, you're really scared. You might be a little nervous, but I think being a part of a team gives you friends who can come with you all the way through high school, and then coaches looking out for you. I think as an athlete, you can improve and learn the art of dedication.
That shot taken. Cadet will take the shot and score.
Hard work pays off. From my freshman year, starting off hardly knowing anything about sports to now my junior year, having almost all the school records in track and field. I feel like this school shows a lot of opportunities in classrooms and out of classrooms.
1, 2, 3, Durfee!
High flip to Espinal. Open 3. Got it! Big time hit from Granham.
Durfee has such a great community, such great pride. You know, we're people who love to be here. We love to compete. We love to play, and it's such a great opportunity.
Corralled by Camara, full steam ahead, weaving through traffic, takes the shot, and it's good! Camara, coast to coast!
I've made a lot of great friends playing sports. I really appreciate how it fosters a community amongst all of the athletes, even in between sports seasons.
Good pass up the field, gets some good backspin on it, and it is a loose ball, shot, and it's good! To tie it, it's good! Medeiros on the PK!
You have a lot of support and a lot of people around you. It's a good environment, especially the sports teams.
Great. O'Connell with the three, and the lead is over 30.
I know how much pride it takes to be a topper, so it made me work harder so I can be more successful.
It's really great to just be able to learn accountability, reliability, just getting involved in school, and I feel like the best way to do that is to join a sport.
In the air in a deep left field. Coppola heading back at the wall. It's gone! 3-run home run for Montilla, and it's a 2-run game.
Hi. 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 Hi, I'm Maggie O'Connell. I'm Julia Hargraves. My name's Emma McDonald. I'm Julia Raposa. And we are the leaders of the Active Minds chapter here at Durfee.
Active Minds is the nation's premier nonprofit organization supporting mental health awareness and education for young adults. They're a national leader for young adults' mental health, advocacy, and suicide prevention. Did you know 1 in 5 Americans suffer from mental health illness? 1 in 5.
As Active Mind leaders, we had the opportunity to attend a MIAA Sportsmanship Summit a couple months ago. We had the privilege to sit in on a workshop that was focused on mental health and were introduced to the Kyle Cares program, where the story of Kyle Johnson was shared with us.
Kyle Johnson had a profound impact on many people in his 19 years. He had a passion for helping others and was driven with the motivation to make those around him happy. Kyle always put others before himself despite his own internal pain and struggles. His compassion made the world a better place. In Kyle's memory and in recognition of his legacy for caring for others, the Kyle Cares Foundation was created.
Kyle Cares is a nonprofit organization dedicated to promoting open and honest communication about mental health challenges experienced by teens and young adults in today's society. Kyle Cares aims to eliminate student self-harm and suicide by creating school environments where students and their caregivers have the confidence to support and seek help without shame or hesitation.
Why we want it here at Durfee.
Having this Active Minds chapter here at Durfee is so important to us.
We want to help change the culture around mental health at Durfee.
No one should have to struggle alone.
We believe it's never too late to start taking care of your mental health, and we want to help begin the conversation about it.
We want to encourage those to seek help.
We want to empower the individuals to talk about and open up about their mental health.
We want to grow awareness to the resources available in our school.
Hi, I'm Mr. Thran, one of the adjustment counselors here at Durfee. As an adjustment counselor, I work with students to support their social and emotional needs, mental health being one of those areas. I am currently working with your Active Minds leaders to support students through this awareness campaign. Durfee High School School Adjustment Counselors also work to connect our school with mental health resources. If you or someone you know is struggling with their mental health or needs to talk, please contact me or see one of your grade level adjustment counselors. If you are unsure which office to go to, please contact me or one of your Active Mind student leaders who will inform me and I can guide you in the right direction.
Overall, our mission is to create a change in the Durfee community so that mental health is openly discussed, cared for, and valued.
If you are passionate about caring for others, mindful about mental health, are seeking help or resources, or want to become a part of a supportive, judge-free community at Durfee, become an ally of mental health and join our Active Minds chapter.
Your mental health matters.
We're here for you.
We will listen to you.
You are not alone.
You matter!
fresh coating on the ice here. The Zamboni did its job. Players are back out, and the third period about to commence here at Driscoll. Evan Massoud with you for hockey. The Rams have 1:14 remaining in their power play, as the Bengals are down a player right now due to the 2-minute minor that was assessed at the end of the second period. But has been all Diman tonight. Diman scoring 6 goals in the first period via 6 different goal scorers. One of those a power play goal, one of those a shorthanded goal. That was the 6th one. The Rams got one back halfway through the second. It was right after the 5-on-3 had ended, but Diman did not quite have everybody on the ice. They were still making their way out of the box as Ribeiro was already in the offensive zone. So technically, on paper, it's not listed as a power play goal, but essentially the numbers were not on the ice at the time. So not taking anything away from Ribeiro either, please don't get me wrong. But I'm just making a point that we did not have 10 players in one zone when that goal happened. Diman did not have the numbers back down on defense. So, but we credit Ribeiro. I mean, it was a great goal, solid goal, no frills about it. Just trying to paint the picture for you that while the 5-on-3 was essentially killed, it was not really. Diman did not have the full complement of players where they needed to be because they were still getting off the ice. Six to 1 here, 30 seconds remaining in the power play for the Rams. Rams gain the zone, shot taken, and it's good! Power play goal for the Rams. And that is Liam Barton, number 23. And it's 6 to 2. It is a power play goal for the Rams. This one coming at 1:03 here in the third. I mentioned it in the open, but those of you who joined us late, the parents did an amazing job here transforming the ice with player photos, banners, balloons, decorations all around, streamers, the whole bit. And the jerseys, which I think this is absolutely fantastic. Next stoppage of play, if David can go to our right here along the glass, you're going to see jerseys hanging there. The orange ones are the Bengals jerseys because they're wearing co-op jerseys now. But the orange, the actual Bengals jerseys, the black and red, Durfee's jerseys. So really cool to see that, to recognize the players that are representing a school by giving them jerseys from their school, the actual jerseys that they used to wear. So I think that's really fantastic. Nice touch here as well. As we go back to the neutral zone here and towards the right side and coming down, icing. Quick icing coming from beyond the red line. Kind of a careless move there by the Rams. That puck not really sent down very strong, and you gotta be aware of your surroundings sometimes. Fluttering with center ice, and now gives Diman an offensive zone faceoff. They really didn't even work for it. It's not like that puck had to be dumped back in the way it was. Just puts a little more strain on your defense and on Carroll. So Needless to say, though, really congratulations, of course, again to the 11 seniors, but really tremendous recognition deserved by the parents that did a lot of work here. We saw some of the parents on ladders and whatnot, hanging stuff, clipping the banners. I mean, this was a full team effort by the hockey parents. So great job, really. The place looks fantastic. And now icing against Diman. As we'll come back down, face off on our lower right side of the ice. Next week, we got a pair of games for you. Boys basketball on tap, a double hit of boys hoops. We'll be back at Diman for the Diman boys. Our last full broadcast for Diman boys basketball on the regular season. We were there last Wednesday. This week, Tuesday night, 6:30 game against Bristol Plymouth, the Craftsmen coming to town. And then on Friday, the Durfee boys will host Brockton in a rematch from earlier this month when Durfee won on the road. A big win, a convincing win against Brockton. We'll see how things go second time around. The Hilltoppers getting to a point here where you're getting down to the point where you're in must-win situations now. Because win one, lose one, win one, lose one. Is not getting consistency here in the win column. And, you know, I always say nice that they started with, the 2-0 start to the year. But they were against, teams that were not quite at a D1 level either. So that's going to be a big one for Durfee on Friday. And then carrying into the next week, we'll see the Durfee boys a second time on the 6th. That'll be the road game at Dartmouth that I'll be calling on DCTV. And then after that, girls basketball senior night at Durfee, boys basketball senior night at Durfee, and then girls hoops at Diman on Valentine's Day. Our last girls hoops game at Diman. That's their senior night. And then that's it. That Wednesday the 14th. We have Durfee's final 2 boys basketball games on the schedule. Friday the 16th and Tuesday the 20th. Only were there as placeholders because of Jaden Espinal's quest for 1,000 points. It's still not out of the realm of possibility. So we have those games targeted just in case. But as it stands right now, we will not be covering both of those, I can tell you that. We'll be keeping an eye on, but highly unlikely that we'll be covering the Tuesday the 20th game. Power play coming for the Bengals. Under 10 minutes to play in the game. So there's your update. Not too much left. Season cutoff for basketball is Thursday the 22nd. And seedings are supposed to come out towards the end of the February break. So Diman with the man advantage here. Up 6-2 with 9 minutes to go. Oh, we're calling offsides here. It was close. You had 2 players break in at the same time. Yeah, neutral zone face-off coming. Around the back, out to the point there to number 29 for Diman. It comes out of the zone. Bengals' first line has not seen any action here in the third. Don't expect them to. Although I just say that, and a bunch of them coming out. Brady Sullivan out there now with, yeah, kind of a mixed bag right now. RJ Leach getting some ice time. Jared Martin's out there now. Gavin Peters back out there. He has a goal scored tonight, but certainly not the full-on first line for the Bengals at this point. Brouillard also with a goal scored tonight. He scored the second one. The guy who scored the first was right there, Brady Sullivan. So he takes it down. Big hit there down low. Carroll able to block off the net. Final 5 seconds of the power play. The Rams kill it off. We're back to full strength. 7 minutes and 15 seconds to play in the game. Stoppage in play here. And a full change out. A little extra again there after the whistle. Not as much as the first time that happened in the opening period. Sanford puts a crunch. Reaches for the puck. Bengals can't clear it out. They'll come right back behind the goal line. Tangled up there. Kane Aguirre comes away with it. Up the ice, weaving his way. That'll go. Gets lofted in the air softly and lands in front of the board. Another big hit. Sanford takes a shot from the point. No good, comes back. Rams with some numbers here. 2-on-2 down the ice. Sets up, whiffs. Shot, miss. It came back. Dom Delvecchio had an open side there. Couldn't pocket it and then got crunched by two Bengals. He paid the price along the Zamboni doors. Icing against Diman. Souza sends it back down the, excuse me, not against Diman. Icing in favor of Diman. Called against the Rams. Diman with the offensive zone face-off here with 5 minutes to play in the game. And now icing against the Rams again. 5:02 now, or 5:01 now to be exact. We were just over 5:05 when that shot was hit, so still right at that 5-minute marker. Well, looking ahead here to both teams. Sorry, we went down there for a moment here. We were just checking on the stream. The service is usually very, very good. We never have a problem here in Driscoll, but we had an issue actually connecting to the network, our hotspot here, initially this afternoon. We did get it back, and it's been monitoring. It seems to have been holding up pretty good, but I know we went black there for a minute. But we're back. Coming up on 4 minutes to go. And while we have a moment, we'll take a look at what's up next for these two schools. For the Rams, they'll play one more on the road. This is game 2 of 3 in terms of road games for the Rams over a week-long period. They're going to South Shore next Wednesday. That game gets played. South Shore plays at the Rockland Ice Rink. Then next Saturday, the Rams are home against Monomoy, and then they host South Shore for a rematch on Wednesday the 7th. So that's a look at the next 3 games for Upper Cape. For Diman, they will go to Rainham on Wednesday for the rematch against Southeastern. Southeastern co-ops with BP, and the Hawks, again, the ones who last beat the Bengals. Diman looking for some revenge on Wednesday night. That's a 7 p.m. puck drop in Raynham. And then they're off for a week, returning to action on February 7th at BR. Then they're off for a week again. February 14th, Wednesday, Valentine's Day, 7 o'clock game at Seekonk. And they wrap up on the 17th against Stoughton. That's Saturday the 17th, a 1 o'clock game out at Alexio Arena. So 4 road games in a row for Diman to wrap up the season. .256 remains as both teams have gone to their second, third, and fourth lines here. And for the Rams there, Emma Hanoyan getting into the game, a junior. More line changes here for Diman. Jesse Costa into the game now, number 15. Takes a shot, saved by Carroll. Sanford keeps it in and takes a shot. It was stopped. That one off the glass behind the goal. And a whistle will stop play at 2:24. chance there for Johnson, but it was broken up by Peters, and that one bounces off the side of the net. 90 seconds left to play. The Bengals closing out win number 11 here in 2023-24. Not before we have icing. For the Rams, it's going to be their 10th loss, dropping them to 3-10 on the year. Their 4th straight loss. Shot goes wide. And right through the 5-hole and down the ice it goes. No icing here as Barton goes after it. Final minute. Nice pass there from Bryce Medeiros. Bengals still shuffling players in and out here. Tristan Mendel gets onto the ice here, and the Bengals with lucky number 7, scored by Aiden Farias on senior night. Comes at 14:28. Seven to 2. Make it 8-2. Clock running. And that'll ice it, literally. Bengals with a rout of the Rams on senior night. Number 29. I will apologize, he is not on our roster. But number 29 scoring that 8th and final goal for the Bengals here tonight. A 6-goal victory, 8-2. The final score. It's what I wanted to say, final, not 5. 8-2, the final here. The Bengals win on home ice. Their final game here at Driscoll for the season. We certainly hope that they'll get themselves a home game and finish off strong here in their final 4 games. Remember, folks, we live stream here on our Facebook page, Fred TV Sports. Like and follow us so you don't miss any of the action, especially with playoffs coming up as well. We post all of the seedings, where we will be traveling, etc., etc., so you don't want to miss anything. Be sure to like and follow us. Our YouTube channel under the same name is where we archive everything for anytime viewing from anywhere. We'll see you next week on Tuesday from Diman Regional for our final boys basketball coverage of the Bengals this season. We'll be live on our Facebook page on Tuesday night, 6:30 tip-off from the James T. Ashley Gymnasium. David Montero running our camera this evening. Final score one last time. Diman 8, Upper Cape 2. Good night.